Hello and welcome to All Will Fall, the new game for the channel. I was really looking forward to playing this. I teased it a bit in the Surviving Mars series. This is a post-apocalyptic city builder playing on a planet that's completely covered in water. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Earth or just another planet. Doesn't really matter. The game's currently in a playtest, so you can get it on Steam for free and play it for yourself. I strongly suggest you do this instead of watching me play it, but if you stay here and watch it. I can explain some of the game mechanics to you because it's very unique in a certain way, and I liked it a lot when I first saw it, and I liked it a lot when I first played it. I also had the honor of playing another playtest of this game, an oil rig mission that was very cool, also very unique, bit different. A lot of fun. Yeah, really looking forward for this game. So let's start a new one. So that's the Ulrich. Fresh start. We are stranded on this what looks to be some kind of former building, maybe some high-rise building. And as soon as I click this, my survivors will spawn, and my first object is to make them work in this gathering hut so they can pick up wood and I can get some resources. Yeah, the rest is basically same thing as always. Gather resources, gather food, gather water, make sure your colonists, or in this case your survivors, don't die. However, this game comes with a twist. So I just built these stairs so my survivors can pick up water from this water pile. Building in this game is not very different if you build on these somewhat sturdy grounds, but it gets much different once you start building over the water, because then physics come into play. So this is not the Minecrafty thing where you can just like keep building in every direction. This is very different. So the game wants me to build wooden support blocks and gather food, so that's what we're going to do now. And if I would just try to build the support blocks over here, then they would fall because of physics. So let's go back. This is the game is not very harsh yet, but it only comes with one difficulty setting, and in this setting you can always reverse if you did something like I just did. Okay, gathering priority. Yeah, that's, you ever played games like Timberborn or didn't use it a lot in Surviving Mars, but this is basically up the priority of something so things can be collected. Yeah, we understand this. Basic controls. Why are you still here? And then I want to collect this wood up. No, there's this junk, and it's wood up here. There's two sources, or two basic resources. I might say it's junk and it's wood. Then there is metal as well, and later you got tools, goods, concrete, fuel, and there's also power. So the game wants me to collect junk, which I get from here. Easy enough. Just build some ladders and maybe not build them over here. And I can also collect the junk that is currently... I don't have any wood left. I can also collect the junk that's up here. And I can also build another basic gathering hut, which sounds like a good idea because then I can make the engineers work. In this game you have 3 different types of survivors. You have the workers, the engineers, and later you will have also sailors. So for now I'm just going to build this structure, this basic gathering hut. And as you can see, in some buildings, the ones that I used as pathing, they are built instantly by just clicking. Structures where colonists or survivors work in, they are built by the colonists themselves. If they are currently unemployed, if there's people working, then they are not going to build anything. So if I would try to set up another one of these, I don't have the wood for now, but if I have it in a second, and also speed up time a bit. Yeah, so we'll build another one. No one's going to build this now because there's no unemployed. However, once the day is over, I don't know, currently at 11, once the day is over, they will start building this structure. So, what I really like about this game is the music. I hope you can hear it. It's really good. I really enjoy it a lot. So the next task, the game wants me to build weak explosives. To do this, I have to collect this fuel first, and I'll do so by building these steps over here, and then the gatherer people can collect the fuel, and I can build these these weak explosives to blast through some of these walls. I am always debating if that really makes sense or not, because you can also gather these resources with workers, and then you don't have to use the fuel. But I think it's fine. However, this should be gathered first. And okay, now we have these explosives. Does this game tell me what I want to do? You can use gain resources from destroyed walls. Yeah, so these are the destroyed walls, and I can build these explosives here, maybe? Maybe like this. And then I can use force priority, and now people will build it, even if it's not leisure time yet. Speeding up the game. Excellent, and I can blow it up. And this guy didn't like it. I'm not sure if this is permanent damage. That would be kind of bad. I think she's still okay. Game wants me to build a small lab, so I can build a small lab. This building, and I will use force priority as well to finish this building. Excellent. And here you can see that only engineers can work in this building, so I have to remove the engineers from this gathering hut and put them in here. And these people are lazy, because I never finished the steps up here. I can actually harvest these resources. And if I would place stairs like this, yeah, if things flash up green, then they can be accessed by a gatherer. Game wants me to research a woodcatcher, which is one of the most basic structures. That's interesting. Shipyard. I don't know what a shipyard is. I think the tool production was available in the oil rig playtest, but I'm not allowed to. Also, these two were available, but we were told not to make any content on it. It's a bit buggy still. It was a lot of fun, but not ready to be presented by the developers. Okay, game wants me to build houses, small houses, so that people don't have to live on the street. So sleep under the stars. I don't know. So we'll quickly do this. And yeah, as I said, they are not working during the night, so they can use their time to build stuff, and I can remove this boat for some reason. I'm control only doing this, and the game is researching the woodcatcher. Go away. Okay, now everyone sleeps. I made a mistake when I placed this research lab, because now I can't access this water. However, you can always move buildings around at basically no cost, and there's this can be easily exploited, and as you might have seen, or as you can see right now, this building has two entrances. One is on the lower level, one's on the higher level. So if I place this like so, currently this icon means that no one can access it. But I could also rotate it like this. Oops. No, I can't. Apparently there's not enough space. I don't know. Oh, there's not enough space because of never mind. Yeah, I can have it like this, and then can place another step here, and then the engineers can access it from this level. I just have stairs here, and build the steps around, and then the water can be accessed and collected. There's my water storage. It has 30 of 30 water right now, and I just unlocked some paths, which I think people are slow on these. That makes sense to build these instead of these steps. However, they are a bit more expensive. Just double the wood, double the resource. Okay, so yeah. So currently the colony has 8 survivors, but from time to time new people will show up, and you can either accept them or you can send them away. You have 3 options here. Sometimes it's 5, sometimes not that many. And you get rewards based on your choice. In this case, I can get food and water. No, food and junk. And for sailors, I can get for sailors and loyalty, which is some kind of currency that I can explain in a moment. Or you can influence, which is the currency used to pay for some of these choices or for policies that are not unlocked yet. So I'm going to choose the loyalty. For everyone, this increases this happiness meter here, and once your people are happy enough, you get perks. So now we have some sailors. Sailors are somewhat unique because they can use both. But for now, what they're doing is sitting on the ground because they don't have houses. This one was built in the wrong direction, but I can turn it around. Okay, we got another event over here. Drift wood. You can either get 30 wood or insult your people and get 45. However, this costs me 5 influence. As I said, this is what you pay for it. And of course, I'm going to take the extra wood because I can use it. Some buildings need clearance. This is because I just researched the woodcatcher. Next thing I'm going to build is kind of interesting. In the other playthrough, no, in the other playtest, some of the technologies were arranged a bit different, so I have to look around. What I'm building next to the fishing hut, of course. There could be some resources in the water. Currently not. There's no fish floating around. So, however, we can build this woodcatcher, and the woodcatcher will produce wood by catching stuff from the ocean. And this is what the game meant when it said it needs clearance, so I can't build it here. The little grappling thing over here needs to have access to the ocean, which makes sense, I guess. Okay, we just finished the collecting the junk from up here, so we can remove these ladders. Don't need them anymore. And this building is trying to tell me. Okay, I am. So I can have 2 sailors work here because they're not doing anything. Later, these choices will actually make a difference, but not for now. Don't need this stuff. And what I could do, I'll do this later. I can move this house over here, and then I can and I can rotate this building. Good. I can have 2 more sailors work actually here, but there's not much they can do. However, as you can see, there's some resources here, and I can access these easily with using steps, and the same over here. I could either try to remove these walls with explosives to reach this crate here or on this side, but I could also just build around and not be bothered by these broken down walls. I need to go around here as well, but fine. And this is some kind of event crate. I need 2 unemployed people to send here. And then... Okay, we are under attack. That's Captain Help. The whole sky is filled with seagulls. And they are not going to read the rest of the sentence. Options are run for your life. So I get 10 influence. I can try to catch them with my hands, which cost me 10 influence, but 30 food. I can use wood to get 30 food as well. And I can use junk to get 40 food. I do have not that much junk, but I have a lot of wood, so I'm going to use this option. And once the event crate is done, I can send these people back. However, over here is another crate, but I don't think I can access this yet. Stuff is still in the water. Later, the water level will rise and sink, so you have to be a bit careful. High tide, low tide. However, I don't think. Yeah, I can build in the water here and send people here, I guess. Or it might be a bit tricky. Let's see if we can make get over there with some structures. Okay. Stuff's jumping around a bit. And I can actually send people into the water. Oh, we're not researching anything. Fishing boat is a good choice. Interesting also. or a mushroom farm. So these are the two options I have for producing food. However, I need to produce water as well, so I'm going to get a water boiler. So are people going over here now? I'm not entirely certain if anyone does. It looks like I don't want to get their feet wet. But we will have low tide tomorrow at 12, and then we can access these this crate. And we might be able to go down here and access some of these resources. Same over here. Don't know what this is. Mysterious structure. Now a tree. Oh, I got it. The tree increases the comfort of the nearby house. Okay, so before we reach the point, the low tide, I can actually already build stairs over here to this currently sunken area. So we want to have stairs. Yeah, they are not falling. Not everything falls. Okay, this was wrong. This was also wrong. Keep in mind the order in which you remove stuff. Yeah, stuff needs support. So, so I think this is too much water. Not sure. Actually, I thought people would be able to walk in that. Or that's not high. Anyone going there? No. Doesn't look like it. However, I think what I could do is this is the water level where I can walk on now. So we can have stairs. This is too high and also too heavy. I can go one further. Add small stairs. Yeah. And then I think they should be able to access this. We finished the water boiler, so we're going to do rain catchers next. And the game tells me that citizens will leisure after work hours. Currently leisure time. They don't have anything to do right now, but I can build these barrels where they can hang out. And they're not coming out of the houses, but every colonist has a leisure bar, and they fill it a bit like, or actually quite comparable to Timberborns. Timberborn, they fill this bar and then they get this meter up, which increases their happiness. I don't need this anymore. And I actually can access this wood as well. Oh, yeah, I can't store any wood right now. However, I will build a water boiler. The water boiler is a polluting building, so you don't want to have this close to your houses. They don't like this. It's not a very new concept, of course. And it will burn wood to generate water. This game wants me to build a fishing hut. I completely forgot that I researched this. Let's put this one here, maybe. And then we will have no one work here, but there's more people on this boat, and we can accept them for 10 influence. We can attempt to find another place, which I'm not going to do, of course. If you have influence, you can pay for their goods, and if you have a lot of influence, you can actually steal their stuff, and you don't get the people. However, I am going to accept more survivors because I have more jobs to work. Borders and pollution, not a very abstract concept, of course, but one that I haven't seen in a while. Apparently, this part of junk is too deep in the water, so people can't go there. However, I can go further here, I guess, and not do anything because I can't go through these walls here. Now I got decoration. Excellent. And now I can go here, and I can also pick up these resources, I think. Looks like it at least. I can pick up these, this junk. I can probably also send them down here. But most importantly, I want people to... Well, that's interesting. I do have 2 workers, but they have to be of the same social group. Okay, so fishing hut's not working because it doesn't have access to the water anymore. So I can just move it over here for no cost. I don't know if this is supposed to be this way forever. I'm going to assign this engineer, this worker, so I can have 2 sailors to go down to this place over here and access this event. Can you go here now? No, it still can't. Why? Oh, it's this wall. Oh, would be very helpful if the game told me if there was a path or not. I will just keep these stairs. No? Now it works. Excellent. Oh, they can also not access this wood as I thought. They could, but they can't. Now they can. Yeah. Okay. Wait, what? This is okay. This little piece of wood actually what keeps everything here. Okay, we need to keep in mind that in tomorrow at 6 the water will rise again, and the game just told me, maybe what now just told me to build decorations. So every house has a comfort rating, a roofing rating, decor, and windows. For now, I can only build very few things. It's only roofs that I can build, and I can place these roofs on top of the house. And something that I learned in the other playtest I was not aware. You can see these little marks, these little blue marks. That's what the water is doing. The game has water physics, and if I place one roof like this and one roof like this, the water will run down here, and then I can collect it here. I didn't know that before, but it's a very helpful piece of information, because this will allow me to collect water when it's raining. And now the people in here, they have roofing, and these roofs give them also for decoration, so they are more happy now. We're currently still researching the rain catchers. We do have some junk, which is great because we need junk to build the rain catchers. You don't notice, but every time there's high tide, there will also be rain. Okay, we finished this event crate, so I can remove all these stairs because I don't need them anymore. It is very forgiving because I can just remove all this stuff and then nothing breaks actually, but this is probably going to change in a harder difficulty once they exist. Citizens got their first perk. Yeah, they all have 8 happiness now because I increased their housing. Going to research decorations, because these decorations are also a great way to spend your wood in the beginning, and then later can remove them and get my wood back. I do want to collect some of this junk. And let's see what we got. I got some fuel. I can sell it for influence, basically. I can keep the fuel, the resource. I don't really need fuel yet. Don't know if there's a source later, but I don't think I need it. I can't use this option because I don't have 15 happiness with the engineers yet. I don't know. I don't need this influence yet, so I'm going to take how to use rain catchers. Yes. Actually tells me, but I probably never. I only looked at this short video, but never read the text. You can increase their efficiency by building roofs above them and redirect water to them. That's what we're going to do here. It's going to be a bit tricky. Not sure if this works the way I wanted to. I need to build this water storage, which is too heavy. But water should actually flow down here. Let's see if we can make this work. We build this like here. And then we have an overhang like this. And if I build probably too high, right? I build a rain catcher like this. Yeah, it already tells me that this will catch rain water. Doesn't allow me to be built there. However, I can send this some more. Build the water tanks. And then add the rain catcher to it. Does this make a difference? No. Yes, it makes a difference. Not going to do it like this. We are going to do it like this. Yes, so the water flows down here and then it goes in there. And I could probably do it over here as well. However, I need to get access to these water storage. That was wrong. This water storage is my way, but I'm going to utilize it over here. Currently, we're not researching anything, so I'm going to do medium houses. Same for here. Need to be a bit careful, but this level will not be flooded. So the water is going up 4 levels in the other playtest. If you moused over the high tide, it would tell you how far it's going up. This is sea level 0, and this is 4 meters. So this is what's going to be flooded at the moment. So if I build the water tank here, it's not going to build. Is the wrong term. I'm going to place it here like this. I'm probably safe on some wood by moving these two. And I might. Does this make a difference? This is 6. 3 of them is 6. Okay. Okay, so the high tide is going to start at 6, and the leisure time ends at 4? That's confusing. The work time started at 6. I don't want them to go down there and be in the area that's going to be flooded, so I'm going to remove these stairs. And this was also all picked up. Perfect. And I would probably like to have one more water storage over here. I just need some people to build this, but I can probably force priority and then this water catcher like this. And I'm going to move this building, build a path here, build a ladder like this, and then have stairs like this. And if I click force priority, I don't think anyone's going to do something. What are your deal? Or you tried to build it and couldn't access it? I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, so at 15 happiness, this down here, they will get another perk. I don't know what the perk will be. Support. Ah, yeah. Then they will start creating influence points for me. Okay, this is done, and it should start raining in a moment. However, I'm going to end this episode for now. If you enjoyed it, like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you didn't, leave a comment.